All right, I'm just hanging around in the background.
We are live. You guys, welcome to Geekgasm. We got a bunch of people tonight. It's a packed house.
It is. And I'm not on camera tonight, which means I can say all types of things.
Somebody's speeding through.
Well, I said I'm not on camera now. I can say all types of messed up things, and I don't have to worry about you guys looking in my face and try to ridicule me or bring I don't have to worry about that.
I can still hear you even if I can't see you.
I don't have to watch me say it because it's a real mindfuck situation when you're watching yourself dig a hole. Like, look at me, look, I won't stop talking. It's awesome. plus, I'm way too medicated tonight to be on screen. I'll be drooling and everything. But yeah, everybody, this is Geekgasm, and I'm Varian Grant. You just heard from Lola Indie Princess opening her own show for the first time.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
It is.
Yeah, I finally got up the courage to open my own show. I'm getting there. Baby steps.
Absolutely.
I'm trying. My anxiety is like horrible, but I'm getting there. But let's get with the intro so then we can do our introductions and get on with the show.
All right, 1 second. There we go.
My board master's being slow.
Yes.
I'm not hit at all. You're muted.
I am.
Yeah, no one can hear you.
the most organized show ever.
It is. We usually talk about.
I mean, surely with 8 of us, there won't be any technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be plenty. I'm telling you, guys, I have consumed so many things today that there's a possibility that I'm gonna move something in my brain real soon. Like I'm undeveloped type of telekinesis. This shit is awesome. Like, and let me tell you guys, I've said this before. The doctor has given me Vicodin. I've had Vicodin for like the last 7 years of my life, just every month, and I want to get off of it. So the lady at the store, she's like, "Oh, you ought to try Kratom," and I'm like, "What's Kratom?" And she's like, "It's like you gotta watch people when they don't tell you what shit is. It's time to do a little research." Well, I found that Kratom is when people compare it to Coke. That's when you need to get concerned. Like, what's happening? Yeah, and I can buy this shit. All right, give me 2 bags. So, so I take this Kratom, and I'm laying in bed, and in the bedroom we got one of those weird, the ceilings that like they just put paint all over it, and like it's I don't want to call it stucco, but you know what I'm talking about. It's got like little sharp hangies. It looks like somebody just painted your
texture.
It's not even texture. It's I tell you what, if the shit was on the floor, it would hurt. My mother had, for some reason, had the living room walls did like that at the house I grew up in. Let me tell you, it was like the floor, it was like the walls are lava. But I'm sitting there in bed on this Kratom, and the fucking ceiling turns to water.
What?
And I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking to myself, and here's what's really messed up, guys. This is a really sad part. I thought to myself while looking at the ceiling, just waving back and forth, whooshing, I can hear the sound effects. I'm thinking, how in the fuck did I end up at the bottom of a pool? That's what I thought. Why am I at the bottom of a pool? So yeah, I Kratom. I can't deal with it. So I'm on that and plenty other things too.
None of this sounds right. Like none of this sounds right. Like I don't know what's happening here.
No,
like,
that's an acid trip. That's what happened to me when I used to do acid. I'm not kidding. But yeah, it was like the ceiling was like an ocean. It was like moving. That's crazy. So maybe you're on, acid. Who knows?
It could be Kratom, could be acid. And I know that I think it was Johnny was telling me it's banned where he's at. So I need to move down to Louisiana and bring some.
There you go.
Hey, Alan.
So we got a packed house.
Hey,
I'm trying to go through all the comments real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I'm just saying hi to everybody because that's what I do. Hi.
Yay! Look, Mike's cheering you on. Woo!
Yeah, I personally,
Oh yeah, Chuck's in the house.
he is.
I've had like 2 sips of this drink, and I'm already being stupid.
You're not being stupid.
It's
There
been
you go.
Look, it's been a day, guys. It's been a day.
Yeah.
Hey, Glenn.
Let's. I think after you go to the comments, I'll have anybody introduce
Okay.
themselves.
Is it popcorn ceiling?
Okay. So we'll start with Katrina. Katrina, who are you?
I don't even know today. Having a big existential crisis at the moment. No. I am Katrina. I run Cat Scratch Press. I am an author and a freelance editor.
Hi,
Mhm.
Kat.
Hi, Cat. And Mr. Ken Johnson.
Hello, my name is Ken Johnson. I am the leader of Deb and Ink Press. I'm the writer of the Man Who Watched Batman series alongside Corpse Corp and Trials of Beatrice. And I'm just really happy to be here with you guys on today.
And wait, I have to introduce Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you, a citizen of the world, the leader of the Black Artists Matter movement, Mr. Michael Watson.
Wow.
Right?
That may be the best intro I've gotten on any podcast that I've been on.
Can I get a membership card now? Can I get my membership card? You guys take a long time to process the application.
I'm joking. Oh God.
Don't kill him, Tyrion.
It's our first
Jeez.
death on the show.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You
Well-
always remember the first death.
Yeah.
You do. You do.
You do.
You always do. Oh my God. This has been the best opening to a show ever. Almost died. Great intro, and I've discovered that I'm the leader of the Black Lives Matters movement. Did not
Black
know
Artists
that.
Matter.
No,
Black
the Black
Artists
Artists
Matter.
Matter movement.
All right, yeah. That's
So you're
even grand.
the leader. You're the leader of BAM.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah,
Bam.
listen. We don't do any of that other stuff. I mean, we might steal from art stores occasionally, but that's it.
Awesome. Hey,
You heard it here first.
I just want to say that anything that Varian says does not necessarily represent me.
that's a good call. I'm not so much against stealing art supplies because art supplies are obscenely expensive for no reason. So I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, we'll just steal from people who can afford them. Mike, where can they find you?
You can find me at Most Epic Art on all of social media: Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. What's that thing all the kids are into? TikTok. Yeah. Yep. And of course, shortfusemediagroup.com for all my comics and things like that.
TikTok isn't banned yet. I thought it was banned. Yeah.
No, the kiddos keep talking about it, but it has not happened yet.
The lovely Stephanie Menard has joined us. Just got a new book out, Aeonian, the 3rd issue. Right now, she just shipped it to my house. It came in pristine condition.
Yes.
Introduce yourself, ma'am.
Yay. Hi, I'm Stephanie Menard. I'm a writer, an editor, a podcaster, apparently a personal shopper because all I've been doing is buying for like the last 4 days straight. So that's going to be like my new thing. I mean, it's all for me. So does that count? Or whatever.
Personal shopper.
It's very personal.
I'm personally shopping for myself. I've just bought a lot of things the last few days. So yeah, if you want to find me, website stephaniemenard.com.
Sweet. And the man with the last name that caused people to get in trouble when they say it. Like, is it Chuck Peenan?
Oh, I was like, Hunter's not a freaking hard word, man.
Who has a hard time saying Hunter?
I got a question. For you, Chuck.
What's up?
If I put an S on the end of your last name, what is it?
If you put anything on the end of my name, it doesn't change. That's fucking French.
Bullshit. I read penis.
It'd be Pinot.
It's just penis with an accent.
Right.
Penis with an accent.
Someone kicked me in the penis.
I shall penetrate.
Yeah.
What is up, everybody? I'm Chuck Pino. You can find me on Bonfire Press on Facebook, Belial Comic on Facebook. I'm the writer and co-creator of such things as Welcome to the Void, Belial, and Essence House. I'm also an editor who loves working with as many people as possible. And you can find me on Facebook, Chuck Pino, Pineau. You can find me on Instagram under the same name, and you can find me on Twitter at Chucky Pin.
Uh-huh. And Essence House is also available on Indie Vogue Radio. They never mentioned it.
I was going to mention that. Actually, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Late at night, you can find it, and it's great. And we just started season 2 today.
I can't talk without my hands.
Yeah. She's Italian. It's impossible.
I was say, my mom's side of the family is Sicilian, so like it's I really have a hard time.
There was a time when you guys, it was Lola and Stephanie and oh gosh, who else was it? They were on the show. Was it? It was Carla, and I realized that I was in the room with 3 Italian women, and I said, "Shit, I'm gonna shut up and not say anything." And, you can get a straight slap just from them having a conversation. Like it wasn't even meant. And finally, the King of Columbus. That's right, King of Columbus. I heard you got to pay this man a tariff when you go to Columbus. I heard. Look, I'm gonna put it out there. I heard that Victor Dandridge has to come clear it with J.M. Hunter whenever he flies through there. I'm just saying that's what I heard. Now that's what they said on Bleeding Cool.
Is this a start shit show?
Oh, wow.
That's what the article said on Bleeding Cool. I'm just saying that's what I read. So
Victor's gonna have to come on here and
Victor will pop up in the back room pretty soon. Now, JM, how are you doing?
He's broke up.
Ken's mice has dropped out.
Okay.
Yeah.
We scared him.
What's up? Did you ask me something? Because it broke up.
He asked you how you were doing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing all right. Just here drawing. So happy to be here. Thank you.
Plague of Youth. Big Cartels, where we can find you at?
That is where I just dropped my book, my new book. So Rantology number 0. So we got some art and comics, so things of that nature, and just I don't know, people like this. So
that book looks oversized. Is it magazine size?
Yeah, it's magazine size, and the special edition is on Moab paper, so it's really thick, and it's and what do you call it? So I can change the camera view later on and flip the road if y'all want, but
okay.
But yeah, so Moab paper, which makes the colors really, really pop, and it's really thick. This thing's a beast. So I had to get an oversized envelope to start shipping these out here soon because it won't fit in a regular 9 by 11 and a half. So so that's, but otherwise you can find me at JM_Indy INDY_Hunter on Instagram, Twitter, or the Art of Jam Hunter on Facebook. And one half of Angry Artist Studios, the other half being Guy Copes III.
And then I also I received your PayPal for the dig at Victor. I got your money. So.
This is crazy. The show is firing shots. Okay. You've only been on air for 14 minutes, man. What the hell else are you gonna do?
By the way, JM, is that your art station behind you?
That's part of it. Yeah. This is one corner of it.
I was just looking at how your markers are all
so
nicely,
I'm trying to get down right here. These are my books, my stuff I published or been in.
Yeah.
Underneath Frank and Abe. It's the art lab, and then so
you know what they say about a man who organizes markers, don't you?
My wife organized them. He's got
Of course.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Of course.
know what they say about a man whose wife organizes her markers, right?
He's got a damn good wife.
yeah. I'm not getting
Yeah.
They say, lucky motherfucker. That's what they say.
I haven't. I'm not allowed to touch my markers. I have to use them to color.
Yeah.
After I'm finished with them, I have to call her, and she puts them back in a place where they belong.
No, I call her my better half, so.
Yeah. Guys, if you've watched the show before, you know how this goes. I'm going to run through some questions from Indie Vote Radio, which you guys all be, more than welcome to chime in on. Then we're going to talk about your books. And the first question, the first thing I want to tell you guys, right now, Indie Vote Radio, people they're listening through the website, they're listening in through Alexa, who's going to go crazy because I just said her name, and listening in through the app. And right now, we want to thank everybody who's listening. We're starting out pretty good, Lola. We're starting at 52,100 people listening on Indie Vote Radio. So thank you. So you guys need to get off of Indie Vote Radio and hop over on YouTube and watch it. That'd be nice. But I know that you guys.
Then you could see our smiling faces.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You could. Yeah. I mean, you should hop on over. Lola put oil on them tonight. It's great as kid though. She didn't. I tried to talk her doing this. She just won't. See sparkles and stuff. So if from anywhere audio, the first question of the night, and it is it's kind of a dicey one. This guy says, I am happy for one. And you guys are all gonna get pissy. Not a good way to start this night off. He says, I'm happy for one that comic artists don't have any conventions this year. Now you guys can be like the rest of us. Instead of going on your expensive vacations with your boats and your cars, you now have to make money like the rest of us. Get jobs. And that was from Antonio.
Hey, Antonio, could you return my boat, please? That seems to be missing from my driveway.
Right.
I'm just sitting here like, all right, Ken, it's your first time on. Don't say anything stupid. Don't get people mad.
No, just let it go.
Don't worry, Ken. They'll say the stupid shit for you.
Oh my God.
There you go.
What boat? What I mean,
I was gonna say, who's holding out on me here? Like,
I
who has
can't
not
afford to
invited
have
me?
someone draw a boat, let alone buy a boat.
Somebody owes me a boat, damn it.
Yeah.
Before this night is over.
I mean, you know what? No, fuck it. I'm buying a boat. I'm buying a boat. Screw it.
Yeah, clearly it's okay because we should already have it anyway.
Yeah.
Don't challenge me, Antonio. I will buy a damn boat. I think Antonio has us confused with like people who like make
celebrity guests,
like
Rob
executive
Liefeld or Jim Lee or
Executives. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, and even then, I mean, I doubt this person was smart enough to realize that they released this message on the exact same day that DC Comics just announces like waves of layoffs.
Yeah,
right.
Even at the level above us, and we're not even Warner or any of that. We're not getting that.
We're like
DC
we're
money.
at the bottom. We're right at the bottom, but like we're plucky. We're plucky, and we're here, and we should have boats. Damn it,
boats.
Boats and expensive cars and vacations. He said
vacations. Yeah, woo.
It's just like I was gonna say we're Goonies, but like
you muted. You muted yourself.
I know, because I was so upset. Who's vacationing at Comic-Con? From the moment I am packing my car 3 or 4 days in advance, getting books, getting prints, driving however long it is to get there, setting up, sweating because I'm old
There's
and
your
fat.
vacation.
Yeah, where's the vacation? I'm working from the moment I get there till I get all the way back home. I don't give you no rest.
It's the drive time. That's the vacation. The drive time.
And by the way,
not if it takes you. Not if it takes you 5 hours to get to a convention you're driving to in a blizzard.
Yeah, you guys realize we pay
Not
to
that
go
I
to
know
work.
anything about that.
We pay to go to work.
Yeah,
We're strippers. We're strippers. Strippers have to pay to go to work. We pay to go to work. We walk in. We're like, here's $400, $500 for that table for 3 days. Where's my pole? And we just go over there and we twist around it. Please buy my stuff, sir. You like this, huh? You like this, daddy? That's what we do.
Hey, I'm twisting the hell off that pole.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I got several backroom sets going on when I'm at Comic Con.
I remember going to MegaCon last year. Wendy and I drove out there from Texas to Florida. We got to Orlando. You know, we drove all day. We got there. We passed out in the hotel room. We got up in the morning. We went to go get breakfast, and there was no money on our card. Some payment had come out and completely maxed us out. We had nothing for the weekend. So in order to make the money to eat, live, and then drive home through 5 states, I needed to work my fucking ass off all weekend. Make money, make money, make money, make money. Going, do I have enough for gas? Do I have enough for gas? Yeah, is that a vacation, motherfucker? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Like, I didn't even get to like.
Maybe he like sleeps on a mat under an underpass, and so he's jealous of your hotel life.
Yeah.
Never trust someone with the name of Antonio. That just screams pretentious.
It's just suspicious.
Hello, my name is Antonio.
I had a similar situation happen, Chuck, and we hadn't even got a hotel room yet. Luckily, we were able to contact a friend who sent us some money, and then, like you said, worked just for that night. Worked my ass off at the show. To make enough money for the next hotel room night and to eat, and it wasn't a vacation. And I've had to stop people from calling and get trips. Oh, you going on another trip? I'm not going on a trip. I'm going to get bent. And
I had 2 years straight where every single convention I went to outside of Grand Rapids Comic Con, because it was near me, that I slept in my car the entire weekend.
See?
Woo, Grand Rapids. Woo. Sorry.
Like that's the reality of it. Because I couldn't sleep on my boat that I have, right?
Right. Yeah. I'm only like 45 minutes from Grand Rapids Comic Con. You could have just parked your boat in my driveway.
Yeah.
And if I'm out here celebrating and kicking at Comic Con, it ain't gonna be on no damn boat. I don't like boats. I don't like the water. All right.
Yeah, it's Shark Week. Yeah, so it's Shark Week when we're black. We don't go in the water. So.
The water is death at all times. Anything to kill you on the water.
This is how we make Comic Con work, right? Is like Fight Island apparently worked, so we just get all of the boats that all of us in the comic industry have, and we find like some volcano island out in the middle of nowhere, and we just set up all our yachts with our tables.
We just party down.
I'll be honest with you. Yeah, there ain't no way. Even if Chuck come up with a boat tomorrow, there is no way he is getting Mr. Watson, Mr. Hunter, and myself on a boat. He can be like, "Hey guys, want to go on a cruise? We're not falling for that one again."
We didn't say we're putting the boat in the water. We're just saying we got a boat.
Yeah, I'm not getting. I'm not getting.
I collect
I disagree with what Jim said though. I love the con life. It's just no fucking vacation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I love being out there. I love meeting the fans. I love getting into that stuff. But let's be honest, you're working. Like even when you're shooting the shit and having fun, you're still trying to get. You're trying to get paid. You're trying to make it happen. You're trying to network. You're always working towards something. Is it fun? Yeah, but it's no less work, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, the last show I did, and I didn't table, was C2E2. And it still cost me like, God, probably $600-700 out of pocket. And that was without a table, guys. That was just hotel and food and driving.
You to pick up that entourage of fucking male escorts. That's on you.
Look,
that's an extra.
Look,
That's
they offered me
Rice
Krispie treats made with blueberry cereal.
Yeah.
Look, come on, come on.
It's just so ridiculous to think people think this is how it is.
Like Mr. Hunter.
There's a question, huh?
Yeah, Alex, J.M. Hunter, where did you get your market store shells? I've been looking for something like that.
So I think it was Amazon. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure it was Amazon. And what they are for bottling, like if you're a brewer, like a home brewer, and you make your own beers or wine things, and they're only like the cases were like $27-30, I think. I'm trying to find the link. I don't think I can add it to the chat for some reason, but I could add it to the other chat, the private chat where we talk about you guys.
Yeah.
The plants. when we talk about Antonio. But I'll have to look for it. But basically on Amazon, and what you want to do is target like for bottles and everything like that. So they're basically like wine cases. They have handles, and they come stained like that, and you can get them in other finishes and stuff. So yeah, pretty cool. I saw it on a YouTube.
Yeah, I mean those look pretty cool. Wines. I didn't think about that. That's actually a pretty good idea. I want to get one of these, a couple of these here. Hold on, let me see if I can bring them up there. There you go. These Copic block stands, but they're $30 a piece.
And you won't get nowhere near as much as I can inside these. You know what I mean?
Who said Big Lots? Did someone say Big
I don't
Lots?
know.
No, I said Kick Rocks.
Oh, okay.
Kick Rocks. That price is ridiculous.
Well, I will admit, I'll tell you guys this. I am a bit of an art snob, and I tend to I'll look at some other artist stuff, and I'll be like, man, he's got that. I gotta get one too. And there's a popular artist who has a bunch of these in his art room, and he has like 3 stacks of them. And I'm like, man, I gotta get those. And then I seen the price, and I was like, I gotta sell crack.
I'll tell you, I'll work harder next show when I'm sitting at your table, and showing off coasters. I'll work on my demo.
So the way in, I used to have things where you would put the markers in individually.
Mm-hmm.
I changed them out to get these because you can store more in these and you can stack them. So it's 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 by 4 basically, and they have handles, and you can flip them, flat, or you can stand them up. But all those individual things cost a lot of money. You can't fit as many markers, so this is more cost effective.
Yeah, that's I could see.
And I think it looks better, Marion.
It does. It has a better aesthetic if you want to go for that rustic look or some kind of vintage.
Oh no! My office,
especially if you're actually committing to the idea that your workstation is your workstation.
Well, see, my office is all cold steel and glass.
Oh, okay.
It really is.
I got rid of the glass tables. I used to have all those L-shaped tables. I still have a glass desk. The Futura desk. Yeah. I still have that. That's in the other room. But I'm switching it out for craft tables and honestly IKEA. Just IKEA hacks. I got that everywhere. I got IKEA everywhere now, and it's just cheaper, and it's modular, so I can customize it any way I want to.
Oh no, Glenn, we're not going to let you get eaten by a kraken.
So
no,
the only kraken I want on the water is rum.
Next question from Indievo Radio is from a young lady, and this is pretty disgusting. I'm not going to read it. Never mind. I'm not going to read it.
I legit had a moment where I was like, what was the question we got super mad about? And then I remembered, and I legit got mad all over again.
So, Varian, you need to type that question in the chat, though, in our private chat, because I need to know now.
Okay, all right.
I gotta know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll write in the private chat.
Sharing our pain.
While I'm doing that, we'll go to the next question. What are some tips that you guys out? Well, okay, this one is from I can't see it. What the heck is? Okay, I'm gonna do the best I can with his name. Felius asks, he's getting ready to release his first comic. What are some tips and tricks that you guys suggest when he goes on social media, especially streams, to promote his book? Is there anything that you guys would recommend that he do? Anything that you recommend he doesn't do?
Relax.
Yeah, right.
That's definitely
easier said than done, though.
Hey, look, he didn't say give me an easy tip. He said give me a tip.
Right.
I'm just saying things like podcasts and web shows can, be extremely, stressful. Get to, try to know the host and stuff a little bit before you go on, so you're familiar, and just try to have fun with it.
Yeah, definitely. Doing I was podcasting and writing professionally, and it took me a good few months to really get comfortable doing it, and because I used to be shy until I started doing this, and I'm no longer shy because you can't be
right.
But yeah, so it's going to take a few episodes or like shows and like getting comfortable with the format and just learning how to talk about yourself and not feeling guilty about talking about yourself. A lot of times I've had guests on my show that I felt were holding back kind of because they weren't comfortable speaking about their project or, you know, things of that nature, or they just weren't used to it. So yeah, you know, don't be afraid to talk about your product and just keep doing them until you get comfortable. Your first few are going to suck. That's how it works. it's unfortunate, but it's true.
Absolutely. Know the answers to like the expected like 4 or 5 questions backwards, forwards, sideways, Spanish, whatever. Like just
have your
regardless of where you're
prepared.
at, you have an idea of like what like the generic boilerplate questions are gonna be. So make sure you have those answers like ready to go no matter what. And that will save you so much mind space for the questions you aren't expecting to answer.
Mm-hmm.
Have your elevator pitch nailed down and ready to go, because they're going to ask you a lot of questions about you that are easy to answer. But the most important question really is, what are you working on? And, you know, why should we care? And so being able to talk about your project intelligently and kind of having that pitch nailed down and ready to go, it's a big help, man. Because the rest of it, that's you. You can't. How the hell are you going to fuck up a test? That's you. You know?
Right.
You ask you a bunch of questions about you and you fail.
I once sat down to take a test and forgot my own damn name. So do not put it past, you know, that you can mess up on your own.
My other advice is don't be a Katrina. Like,
don't be a Katrina. It's true. It's great advice. Just don't.
Wow. We mean on this show.
We are. We're
so mean.
Ew.
I personally just want to say I love y'all. I'm not trying to be mean. I love you guys.
No, what to kiss and when. Oh.
I did put the situation in the chat. In the private
I did. Yeah, and I went, ew. Ugh. That's gross.
What about the not being interviewed?
I'm not even sure like what her question is, but the situation is nasty.
And the next day, he came back with this and sat it on her desk. And
that is
table.
Disgusting. And also, Kevin, yes, liquid courage does help. I recommend like a shot or a beer before you go on. If you can handle your alcohol.
Yes.
Yes.
If you can't, don't do that because it's just going to make it worse.
Also have a shot of whatever Gavin put in that cup.
When you're talking about this is not the liquid courage we're talking about.
Maybe it's the liquid courage talking, but I know you all who are listening have no idea what we're talking about. But like a whole cup, like how long did that take him? Like that's some dedication.
Hey man, if you've been backed up for a couple of days, never mind.
Every man is made differently.
There we go. Maybe like that's his superpower. That's like a terrible superpower to have.
It almost sounds like an assault, honestly.
He drops down, I'm the Master Blaster.
Oh my god.
There was a I don't know if any of you guys would remember this, like very briefly in the 90s, there was a spin-off of the Super Soaker named the Oozinator. That the idea of it was that instead of like putting out pure water, it was more viscous because it would like you'd be able to hit better with it. And the commercials are just as terrible as you would imagine. Just the unintended like horribleness of it.
I don't have any liquid courage tonight, Sarah, and my hands are still going. I can't help myself. I can't help myself. Do you want me to sit on them? It's not going to work, but I'll sit on them.
From Indie Boat Radio. And then this is another really I think this is a good question. And this one is from Philip. Philip wants to know.
Hey, Philip.
When you go to Comic-Con, and I guess when we go back to Comic-Con, what day is the most important to you? I think we all fight about that. For most people, they're like, "Hey, man, I can tell if the first day is any good, how it's going to be all week." Me, I mean, it'll change, but some shows, if I have a really good Friday, I'm thinking Saturday is going to be decent. Sunday's going to suck. But I've had it reversed. I've had Friday suck, Saturday be abysmal, and then Sunday be the day that saved me. What do you guys think?
I think Saturday is usually the best day because Sunday is all the empty promises of, oh, I'll be back around. We're just making our first pass. You know what I mean? So that script that you're given. So Friday can be slow. Now, if we're not talking about Wizard shows where they used to do the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're talking about just in general shows like a Saturday, Sunday, maybe a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I would say Saturday usually is usually supposed to be peak traffic. So Sunday people are like some good last minute sales. You can get you can do some discounts, but yeah, I say Saturday.
My first show I ever did was one of the bigger one, the biggest one kind of in our area. And I sat down, started, got everything ready. Never done a show before. And I'm usually like I like to think of myself as a good salesman, and I worked really hard, and I sold 4 books, and I felt like shit. And what ended up happening was I have a mentor, an editing mentor, and he messaged me. It's really cool. Steve Cole, great guy. He messaged me and he goes, "How'd you do?" And I was like, "I sold 4 books." And he's like, "Oh, that's great." I said, "Dude, don't fucking placate me, man. Like, let me fail. I'll be better tomorrow." He's like, no. Nobody buys shit on Friday. He said, usually most people are there for the 3 days. They spend Friday kind of scoping everything out and checking it out.
Friday is scout day.
Yeah, and then Saturday and Sunday is when you're going to sell. So he said, if you sell anything day one, you're going to be all right. So he said, you're fine. And sure enough, it was a great weekend. Like I more than made table. It went really well. And yeah, man, I would say don't pressure yourself on the first day. Just, try to feel everyone out. Try to make an impression. Especially look at people's badges. If it says Friday, sell that motherfucker. But if it's a weekend-long badge, give them some of your personality, schmooze them a little bit, have some fun. Because if they remember you, they'll come back.
That is true.
Yeah, I'm not a good person to ask this question, but guess what? I'm going to answer it anyway. Because
I suck at this. Here's my answer.
Well, no, the reason it's not a good question for me is because I don't table yet.
Yeah.
Yet. I will be in the future once we get things rolling again. But for me as an attendee and as press and whatever, I miss Thursday nights for shows that used to do Thursday night preview nights. They were always slower. It always gave me a chance to actually interact more with people. I like Sundays though. It's a little quieter. People are a little more tired. So they're not like jamming as much, and I can get around and actually get a chance to talk to people and really get a chance to check out product.
Yeah,
I will say for me, even not connected to a specific day, but I will say a big thing for me is that like the closer you get from the beginning of the con, just then to the first sale, even if it's your only sale, day one can make a huge difference in your morale throughout the week.
Agreed.
Like I'll have Fridays that suck, but if I sell one comic within half an hour, I'm on the moon.
Not making face at you, Ken. I promise.
That's fine.
Making face at this question. Like,
Jeff Weber says, I got a question for the editor.
Go ahead, Chet. Go ahead. You take it.
What's
You're
the
the proofer.
I'm the proofer. Well, me is spelled correctly. There you go.
Wouldn't
Good
the
job.
proof be of me be either we or us?
Y'all.
Y'all.
Oh shit.
All y'all.
All y'all.
All y'all.
No,
Yeah.
because even y'all could be one person.
That's true.
He does.
Oh my
If
god.
it rhymes, it has to be true.
And here's another question from Indie Radio, and this one is directed at Mr. Watson. And it's kind of, I guess it's yeah. Okay, so it says and Mike, I'm not sure who this is the message, but because they didn't put a name, but they asked, they said, with your characters, and I guess everyone can weigh in on this too. Do you feel a certain weight on you when you have to have characters in your stories that are your nationality? You feel the weight you represent?
No, I do not. Because it's just like I treat it just like how I live. I live with a diverse roster of people. I know a diverse roster of people, so it's like it's normal. So there's no obscene amount of pressure to try to represent. I'm just telling a story from my perspective and my experiences or whatnot. And I know you can't make everybody happy. You're not going to make every single person happy. So my best objective is just to tell a good story with good characters that, you know, hopefully somebody gets attached to.
Right. I never felt that way. I never felt I had to represent, but at the same time, I don't know. I mean, I write a lot of stories with white people, and I just go ask my groups of my group of whites. Hey, guys, what would you do if? And they tell me what they would do. And
The whites.
yeah,
Your
the-
group of whites. I like that.
Let's
That
go
was the name
ask
of my
the whites.
college. Coincidentally, that's actually the name of my college rock band, Group of Whites.
No,
Oh,
This-
Kevin, you're so sweet.
I know. I guess I don't feel it because all my characters are different species.
yeah, you got to.
No, well, there you go. Yeah.
I read about stuffed animals, so you know. If I'm misrepresenting them, I don't know. I'm sure they'll mail me.
well, I think the story you write with the teddy bears are true. Is a very true to life story, and I hope you sleep with one eye open because you're revealing their truths, and they're going to come for you.
Well, if you mean Nick's story, Nick needs to sleep with one eye open. Look, he's the one with Mr. Button, not me. But mine, I think we're doing all right. You know, I mean, they live in a toy story. They're having a good time. You know, we're all good. I just made sure that the toy store is located in a town that's not my town. Yeah, we're all right.
Let's talk about some of those books. Let's talk first about Dead Man Inc. I just see Ken Johnson. This reminds me, when I hear Dead Man Inc., you know, obviously being a wrestling fan, I think about The Undertaker. But let's start with your book first. Let's start with your book first. Can you screen share anything for it?
Did I what?
Can you screen share any of it so we can?
Yeah, I've actually got it set up over on the XSplit over here. Different ones show up.
Can we see it?
Let's see. It should be under my screen here, and then if I press this, hold on.
And
there we
Sarah,
go. There's at least.
It's all good, Sarah. I didn't take it personally. Like I said, I'm always gonna talk like this. I can't help it.
It looks very vivid when she does it. She's pissed. Her hands are moving.
No,
her hands aren't moving. She's pissed.
Yeah, when they're not moving, I'm not in a good mood. that is accurate.
Let's take a look at.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
So these are
writing Batman.
These are the first two. I can swap these out as we go. But these were my first two main projects that I had worked on. The one that got me into the industry originally was working on a long form of narrative analysis project called The Man Who Watched Batman. Essentially what I did is I decided that I was going to make the longest analysis of the 1990s Batman the Animated Series known to man. It is a compilation of 4 books in which I had reviewed and watched every single episode line by line for like 122 episodes, and then put those all into like academic novels essentially, and put those all together. So before I was big enough in the industry to like afford artists and a bunch of stuff like that, that's what like got my foot in the door. And on the podcast circuits, Corpse Corp was the first actual comic project that I ever did. And the idea of it is that Corpse Corp is a world where every single horror movie is real murder, but nobody has a clue. It is a kind of a role reversal of the horror genre where a new hire at this literal office space of serial killers is sent on its first mission, and what on the surface seems like a typical cabin in the woods kind of story, but goes off in some really crazy directions. It was a fun project to be able to analyze and dissect horror movie tropes and try to like breathe completely new life into the genre.
That's cool. Now,
and
where I'm looking at I see a name I recognize, the Emily Zelasco.
Yeah, she's the colorist for Corpse Corp.
Okay. Okay. We love Emily here. The other two gentlemen, Sarah Dine and Jason Jimenez. I'm not familiar.
Jimenez.
Jimenez.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not-
worked on the art for Corpse Corp #1, and then if I can get the other cover up here. And then future issues of the comic, the pencils and inks went over to Tyler Sowles. And Sarah Dine did all of the lettering for both of the first 2 issues.
Okay. That was good. Now, where can they pick this book up at?
Well, most of the comics are available wherever, but just being the way that quarantine is going right now, a special thing I've been doing is I've actually had all of my published digital copies available for free online. Actually, on my Facebook page right now, I recently just reposted it where you can find links to all my stuff there. The only thing I ask is if you read something that you like, that you let me know about it, because that definitely lightens up my day in these trying times.
Write some reviews, people. If you're, getting free comics, write some reviews, baby.
We had someone in the chat a while ago trying to get free comics. There you go. Of course, that person wanted artists to just creators just to mail physical books out to them.
Oh,
And like, weren't they overseas somewhere?
Yeah, they were overseas
Yeah.
and they said they cost too much. I mean, I understood their plight, but
Yeah, it sucks.
all right. So now how much? I know they're free, but say I want a physical copy. Say I just got to get a physical copy. About how much are we looking at?
Well, most of the physical copies, they go for, usually sell them at convention for $5. The only one that's larger than that is the Man Who Watched Batman series. The combined omnibus of the first 4 books usually runs for about 25 to 20, depending on depending on the convention. And then volume 5 of the book is also on Amazon for 10, and that one covers the first season of Superman the Animated Series and the first season of Batman Beyond. Are covered in that book.
All right.
What's this Trials of Beatrice about?
Yes, this is the one I just finished the first issue of last year. This was one that I just kind of at the right artist at the right time, and we decided to go crazy with something. Trials of Beatrice is it's a high fantasy gender swap of Dante's Inferno. So the basic idea of it is that we kind of did a full recreation of the story where Beatrice is actually the one chasing Dante through the levels of hell, kind of taking inspiration not only from the original text, but a lot of it actually from the Dante's Inferno video game that came out on the Xbox 360 and PS3. And just created this very like mythical femme fatale tale where it's kind of like a medieval Kill Bill version of Dante's Inferno, and just a amazing opportunity to just go absolutely nuts with just crazy art concepts and characters and a lot of fun stuff like that. It's definitely a project I'm looking forward to seeing where it ends up.
I love that cover, buddy.
I'd say her hair is smashing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the C.R. Werner was the artist on this project. This is her first narrative comic that she had done. It was by the end pen to paper, we had done the entire comic in about 2.5 months. It was a crazy rush to the finish to get it done for C4 last year.
How many pages is that?
I think that one was close to 23. For that one. It's 3 issues total. The first issue goes from the very beginning of the narrative all the way to the end of the Circle of Limbo. And then, with 8 circles left to go, you can imagine it really picks up pace after that.
Yeah.
Silence.
I know. Like I was like, did something break?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Do I need to keep talking about this?
No, it's cool. I will say this actually is one really interesting example of the thing we were talking about before,
Right.
with writing characters of different ethnic. Because here's the thing: was where I talk about like the balance between the original book and the inspirations I got from the video game. The video game, the main thing that they had changed is that rather than having it take place in Italy, In the video game, they moved the plot line of Dante's Inferno to the Crusades, which worked well for their narrative, and I ended up liking it too, because with the direction I went with the story, I ran into a problem of just realizing that if I make this story and Beatrice is white, that I'm making a very literal white savior story, and it's not really the intention I wanted with it. Plus, that change in environment that the video game brought did help with some other inspire some other cool ideas about where we wanted the project to go.
Oh, I'm waving if you can't see me.
Especially because the actual book of Dante's Inferno really doesn't have that much narrative to it. It's basically just like ye old fan fiction for the most part. Like, it's a story about a guy who gets to meet his favorite poet and then walk through hell and see all the people that wronged him and how he's better than all of them. And it's so, while, you know, everyone, like a lot of people like to draw inspiration from the ideas of Dante's Inferno, the actual narrative really doesn't give you much to go off of. So regardless of what you do, you kind of like, okay, so you're going to keep the hells, you're going to keep some of these cool character ideas he gives out, and then the rest is pretty much up to you.
Chuck, you just like turn your back on Ken here? What's up with that?
Had enough. No, I was just relaxing.
Wow, tough crowd.
No one was watching.
What were you doing while no one was watching?
Relaxing. I don't have a back on this chair, so my back started to bother me. So I thought, oh, they won't see me. I turned around and relaxed.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
I want to actually, let me see here. I want to ask Michael, because he's got like a whole universe over there.
He's got like a bazillion books. He made me look so bad in that post.
So, Michael, how many books do you have right now? Have you created that are currently out?
We have 6 books out right now.
6, okay. Quickly, the rundown. What are they?
Hot Shot, which is our flagship title that started everything. Then followed after that is Vigilance, which is written by Stephanie Menard. She's the ongoing writer. That is her book until she says she doesn't want it anymore. Then we have Heroes International, followed by Emerald Quest, The Cipher, and then we have a source book that we've been putting out, and we just finished 2 more issues of that, and we're just trying to figure out how we want to distribute those.
And you've been, I mean, you're pretty much everywhere. You do a show. You do a show. Is it weekly or is it bi-weekly?
I do 2 episodes a week.
Okay.
And doing it, chat and draw. That's a real fun thing. I've had a couple people on there drawing their characters up or whatnot, and that actually came out of the whole COVID situation of, dang, I want to do something to help creatives promote their books and stuff, because it's hard out here or whatnot. And we started that, and I've just completed like over 50 episodes and wrapped up season 2. I'm about to get ready to launch season 3 with a whole new slew of people on there. Like it's like I'm not gonna run out of content. There's so many indie creators out here.
And it's really fun to be on the show. Like, you're always fun to talk to, and like it's not even like work. It's like we're just hanging out and chit-chatting, and it's a really good time. So anybody that hasn't watched a show or hasn't yet been asked to be on, maybe hit him up, because it is a blast.
The only one who works on that show is Mike, really. Like, I've watched the show before. I've had lots of friends on there, and Mike's fucking diligently working away, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's just yik yak." And you're like, "Poor guy."
That's why I like it so much, because I can just go on there and hang out.
Are you drawing when they're drawing, Mike? Or is that
Yeah, I'm drawing live. Whatever character they want me to draw. Lately, we've been doing a lot of Kickstarter promotions for people. So when they start their Kickstarter, they'll come on the show or whatnot. Or for a couple people, we've ended their Kickstarter, like we were the last day event for them or whatnot. Right. If you have a new comic book out and you got a character you want to promote, you'll come on the show. JM. My first season, JM probably gave me my most interesting thing to draw. The first season gave me Pirate Santa Claus, and that was he just said it's like Santa Claus angry and Conan, and figure that out.
We have a show.
And go.
We have a show similar to that. It's Indie Vote Art of War. We usually do it on Friday nights, and what we do is the artists who come on, they don't know what they're drawing until we tell them. We just tell them, okay, here's what you're drawing, and usually, we give them an hour and a half to knock it out, and then we turn it over to a straw poll. People vote, and then we send the winner. Well, we always let them know what they're competing for. Usually, it's a gift card or some type of art supplies that we got, and we send that out to them. And it's been a lot of fun. We took a little bit of a break because it's Friday night, and a lot of people are just starting to crawl out of their holes a bit, trying to go out there. And they're trying to. The people are actively trying to go out and get that Rona. So they're like, "No, man, I got a date. It's date night. Me and my wife are going to Outback." Then they come back. I shouldn't have went to Outback, but
right.
Yeah, it is. The drawing shows are really fun. You've got. Can you share screen to some of your comics so people can pick them up at?
Oh yeah, yes I can. I
have them. Mike says, "Can we see the one you did for Aeonian?"
He did 2. He did 2.
Oh yeah. Did.
Fancy man.
There's Mr. J. Garza, Red Robot, who actually won the last time we did Art of War. He picked us up an art set. We'll be sending out. I intend to send it out this weekend. But yeah, there's one of our winners right there.
If Farron's jerky post office cooperates.
Oh man, my post office. They close when they wanna, if they wanna. Like they don't care. You can't call the post office directly. It's a universal number, and so yeah, I've gone up there before, and it's like 11 o'clock, and you can go in there and get your PO box and everything, but like the main section's closed because she had a nail salon appointment. So,
and that's really important.
Yeah,
priorities, very priorities.
Yes.
Come on.
It's funny when I sent out my first Kickstarter, I went to my local post office ahead of time, and I said, what is the best way to handle this? How should I do it? I have a bunch of packages. Should I bring them one at a time? And they're like, well, we don't usually do big chunks like that. So get them all together and take them to this post office. And they directed me to another one like 20, 25 minutes away. I was like, all right, well, whatever. So I drove out, and they even gave me the name of the gentleman to talk to. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I drove out there. I brought all this stuff. I'm looked at like a total douche because I've got like 50 packages. And so, I asked for the specific gentleman. He's taking care of me. We're doing everything good. And everyone seemed a little annoyed at me. And so I said to him, hey, am I supposed to be doing this? He's like, well, I mean, you do whatever you want, man. I was like, well, this is, the Canyon Lake Post Office. They told me to come to you. He's like, oh, yeah, they're lazy sons of bitches. I was like, what? Yeah, seriously. Like, that's not how it is at all. You take it wherever the hell you want. I'm like, so I drove 25 minutes, wasted your time, like pissed you off. You don't even know me. And they could have done it. He's like, yeah, I'll deal with them. I'm like, all right, cool. So yeah, man, don't listen to the fucking post office. It's their job. Just bring it in and they'll do it.
Yeah, and also like I use stamps.com, so I bring all my packages already labeled and already ready to go, and I bring them in like giant boxes, and I bring them all at once, and I set them on the counter, and the ladies that work there are awesome. Like I brought in 170 packages with my actually more than that with my first Kickstarter. And she just smiled at me and she's like, busy week, huh? And I'm like, yep. But yeah, I mean, if you use stamps.com, it makes a big difference. I don't know if, a lot of you guys use that.
They saved my ass when I had to do I had a couple special ones I had to do for Corpse Corp 2. The Kickstarter stuff had a lot of issues with address changes and stuff like that. So I ended up doing it that way to cover most of everybody. And, I was... it was up in the air whether or not we were going to kickstart for Corpse Corp 3 this year, but the combination of not only having COVID, but me getting married at the end of the year, move that to next year.
Stamps.com is Stamps.com is the proud sponsor of Spoiler Country.
Your face, Chuck. That was just...
I joke. I've joked about it, but it's also
Chuck got bumped to the bottom.
Oh, see how you rank?
Yeah. I'll work my way back up.
Don't you screen up whenever you're ready.
You
you
can
guys
have
be nice. You guys be nice to stamps.com.
Chuck. You can come up here to the corner so you
Stamps.com.
can have this purple thing in your face all the time.
Hilariously,
stamps.com/indie vote and get yourself a nice discount. So, yeah. There it is. Cypher.
All right, yeah. So this is Cypher, and Cypher's like our. It's like our Monopoly book. A bunch of short stories are in here, and we use this book to kind of test out new characters and stuff, and see how they're going to stretch and extend the universe of freestyle comics. We got 2 issues of that out right now. This is Heroes International. They are the premier superhero team for the world of FSK. A bunch of young superheroes who are just coming out, but they have a problem. They suck. So they're like the worst team ever put together. And they are going to learn how to be a team one way or another, whether it kills them or not.
It's funny. It's really funny. I loved it. It's really good. Sorry to interrupt. I just want to say how much I loved it.
Oh, no problem. I appreciate it. Thank you. We're rocking with 3 issues of that. And Hugh-Man's one of my favorite characters because he's got the dad belly, because I have one of those. And I think every superhero, there should at least be one superhero for every universe that has the dad bod.
Nothing wrong with the dad bod. Nothing wrong with it at all.
This is issue 2 or whatnot. And this is one of my favorite covers that was drawn. Anna D'Amico drew it, and I love her body types. I love how she draws a variety of different body types on all these people, and they just look so different. It's like one of my favorite things that she does. And Hot Shot, which is the flagship title. This is the classic issue 0, told from Carla's perspective about why she is right for her anger. Talking to you, Danny J. Quick.
Oh man, isn't Danny the worst?
Hey, he hates some Carla. Number 1 issue of Hot Shot. 10 issues of Hot Shot out right now. Just finished writing issues. Well, technically 10 issues because we have a 0 issue. But I just finished writing issue 10, 11, 12, and 13. I'm in the middle of drawing issue 10 right now. I'm about 11 pages in on it.
Nice.
Good job.
That's awesome.
And the people who are listening right now, I want to thank everybody right now. We are up to 71,800 on Indie Vote Radio. Thank you for listening in. I see you. Yeah, I see you guys are really killing the Alexa app because I just got a notification from the service that we use to broadcast that that's where everybody's pretty much listening in from. So that's thanks Amazon. I won't give Mr. Bezos a penny. In the end, we all pay Bezos.
Yes,
we all pay him.
You don't have to give it to him; he'll take it.
Yeah. You know
that's
what?
Fair. That's really how you should put it. Yeah.
I'm not even mad at him. I know everybody's like, "Yo, fuck Bezos." I'm like, what? I want to be Jeff Bezos. I want to have all this money so I can hire an army.
So you can have a boat.
Yeah,
the boat.
You want to know where all the boats? You want to know where all the boats are?
Everyone listening, now, Mike, are you willing to ship those books international?
Yeah, we do some of that.
And you can pick up those books where, sir?
You can pick them up at shortfusemediagroup.com.
That's right. Shortfusemediagroup.com. Hey, you guys. Right up here where I'm at for a while. I know Sean has kind of gone on to move elsewhere recently, but for a while there, headquartered right here in good old Michigan. I'm not sure if that's still the plan or.
No, Sean has moved all that stuff down to GA, Georgia. Yeah. But yeah, for a good long time, that is where the headquarters for Short Fuse was. But
please don't shut my whole computer down.
He's just now getting situated down there or whatnot. Yeah, and he's getting pretty comfortable down there. I talk to him a lot, and he's enjoying it. Just got the office going and everything. This is actually Stephanie Menard's title right here. Not the issue she wrote, but trust me, the issue she wrote is fucking gold. I tell you, and I can't wait for you all to get out there. Vigilance is the world's strongest superhero. She works for the government full time. No secret identity, but she has amnesia, and she's starting to realize the government's lying to her about who she really is.
Oh, what if she's the bad guy?
You're gonna have to find out, my friend. We dropped some tasty hints in issue number 3, though.
I see. Late to the party, but now I gotta watch my mouth because he's here.
I'm always late, man.
Yeah, Mister.
I've been showing up late and dirty my whole life.
Yeah, Mister. Luke
I'm
Stone.
not gonna. It's
Yeah.
too late now.
Yeah. Mr. Luke Stone, how are you this evening, sir?
I'm pretty good, man. How you guys doing?
I'm hanging in there. I'm looking through Mike Watson's art, and I'm hoping that I'll come across like a naughty picture or something in there. But I'm convinced this guy has the cleanest Google Drive ever. Not mine.
Hey, dude, you got to stay ready for the online video podcast. All right, man. You got to make sure you pull the right folders up.
Hey, I've tried that, but after a while they just blend because of ease of use, and then I'm like, oh crap, there's a breast on the screen, and everyone sees that. Yeah. And I mean, like, I look. I'll tell you this: if they tomorrow decide to wipe all the porn off the internet, I got you. I got you. I'm talking about gigs. Okay. Oh my goodness. Gigs. I got a hard drive. I got one that's like 4 terabytes just full of like just the nastiest what's her name? Bella Dane or stuff. You ever Lord Jesus. Yeah, I don't care what y'all. I don't care how y'all look at me.
He's going back. Probably really bad timing for me to say this, but I have to go. And it's not because of what you just said. I just have to. I have some medicine I have to go take, and I'm late to taking it.
It's because you're going. It's because you're going boat shopping. I know.
Right. Well, I wasn't going to say anything. I don't want people to get upset with all my money that I make from being a writer. God,
yeah.
I'm not trying to rub it in people's faces.
How dare you go to all these conventions and make like $1 billion?
Vacation, boats, and hoes, even.
Yeah.
According to Varian, we got boats and hoes. But anyway, I do have to go. But it's been really fun talking with everybody tonight. I love you guys, and I hope the rest of the show goes awesome.
And I will pimp Aeonian. Where can they find that book before you go?
Right now, just hit me up on Facebook, Stephanie Menard. I don't have it up on my shop yet, so I'm slacking. I've got so much on my plate right now, so just hit me up on Facebook or Instagram, Stephanie Menard on both, and we'll make it happen.
All right, Stephanie, you feel better. I'll check in with you later.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
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 So and somebody said geek porn. Yeah, I totally could do geek porn, man. I could find us all lookalikes. It'll be awesome.
He's just going into those back alleys with a big old trench coat, and he opens it up, and it's just hard drives, just external hard drives down the sleeves.
Let's talk to J.M. Hunter about Plague of Youth. .bigcartel.com.
Sir, you've been my kids.
You've been in comics for a while now. I remember the first time I met you was in space.
Yep.
And then you just start popping up everywhere on me. It's like once you see, he's like that car. Once you see it everywhere. It's like no, he was at every show after that. So tell us a little bit about your book.
So this, in fact, let me switch the camera real quick. Okay. Let me go to this. Make sure it's not upside down. Oh, perfect. Okay. Hold on. Is it showing?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool. Good. So this is a collection of several different projects I got. I do memoir. I do social political, and I do satire as well as one of my comic strips is called the Dad Bod Chronicles, and then another one called Chasing Ink, and then so I work in a lot of different mediums. I have a fine art painting background, so basically it's just combining a lot of stuff that's going to be in my thesis. And right now I'm currently enrolled in the MFA in comics program out of California College of Arts. And so I'm just basically combining a bunch of these different styles into an art book / zine type of deal. And there's some commentary and stuff like that, making fun of certain people, I don't know. I make fun of people who get me angry, then I just go and draw a bad picture of them. So, but, and then there's some mythology and stuff like that. So, this edition right here is really thick, so that's why it's hard to turn the pages though. But so like particularly, also I was getting submission packages ready for Mad Magazine before they shut down, and this was one of the things I sent them. So 45 greases of freedom. You got your cocktail weenies, your Cheetos, your mustard, your cheese sauce, and then the rest should be self-explanatory if people look at it long enough. So, mythology. So I work in a lot of different mediums, and this was a way to combine them all together for just a collection. So I'm gonna put out 4 of these maybe, and basically other stuff that I've worked on is just zine books, as well as a big anthology that is 400 pages. This sucker is 400 pages. It's got Jeffrey Brown, Tim Seeley before he was Tim Seeley, the Tim Seeley, and then Matt Fazell, and then people who worked on the Back to the Future game, the Telltale game. And this is basically just all kinds of genres of comics, black and white, and it's got over 62 different creators in it. So yeah, I've been doing this for a while. So I'm gonna switch the camera back to me. But the Big Artel is basically the special edition of my art book. And that's Plague of Youth. So
Sarah says, I love the art, and it's a cool looking book. And they can pick that up from you. You're willing to ship that all over the country, right? All over the world, basically.
Country first. I'm not set up for the world yet because I print them out of my home. Mm-hmm. And print them out of my home. And the first setup, there's only 30 copies of that particular book. Mm-hmm. And then I'll release a regular standard edition. But the 30 copies included, the first batch included original art, like a post-it piece that I was doing, and then a free print. The last remaining copies, there's only 10 copies left, and those include like free print, and then obviously the copies are signed and numbered. And then after that, once we run through those, we'll do a regular edition that's not on that heavy, nice paper, and it'll be more of a regular standard paper, maybe cardstock cover, that type of deal. So, I shipped to Illinois. I used to live in Illinois. When I met Varian at Space, we were near Peoria, Illinois, and so that was before I moved outside of Columbus. So I'm originally from Southern California. But
and you had I remember you had a group of kids you had brought down to the show, and you you had them all around getting their first taste of a Comic-Con. That was really cool.
My daughter went on to go win 4 space awards because she kept putting junior comics in. And now she's 13 and doesn't care about comics anymore. So,
oh man, my kid told me the other day, he was at Mr. Zimmerman's Comic-Con. Randy puts on a show. It's a show up here in Michigan. He puts on 2 shows actually, but my son tabled it one last year, and he made quite a bit of money.
Nice.
And
last year we had the Yaka group. We had the Young Adult Creators Alliance with those were my students when I used to teach art at middle school. So.
Yeah, my son was asked at his party last weekend, I think by Kat, if he was still drawing, and he told her, "Well, there's no Comic-Cons. Why would I be drawing?"
No, there's no convention, so why should I be?
spoken like my ass. I tell you that I go draw. There's no Comic-Cons. I'm not doing that. Moog, you had quite a day.
Quite a day. It's a busy day.
You had quite a day. You've been struggling through the day, but you've got. A book. I don't know if you are.
There you go.
You got a couple different books. You got trash. You got your.
Is that trash?
No, you got trash, Lou. You got trash. You got Trash Day.
That's not a nice introduction.
Have you announced that that's all going to be collected?
Yeah, I've actually talked about it. So next Tuesday, as soon as I can get through this Voodoo Nations Kickstarter, where we've got like 59 hours left. 59 grueling hours to get another 17 backers and another $347. So
$347.
Yeah, we'll hit that 5,000 mark, and we'll be able to get the ash can done, and so that's our stretch goal with that. We've got some cool stuff in there. Actually, Mr. Watson did a amazing version of our character Bishop Lucas. Dude, you've got some mad skills, dude. Like that was
a
nice.
killer piece, man. That was a really good piece. Yeah, Luke's dead on.
I'm always creeping on his art stuff when he's doing stuff. I'm like, dang, like, man, this guy's good. So we're working on that. I'm not going to sleep until my campaign is done. So 59 hours left on that, and then next Tuesday I launch out the trade paperback version of the hybrids 1 through 5 Trash Day arc. It's all going into one killer trade paperback that's going to include the Serafina story. Chuck worked on that stuff, so he knows. And there's a special 4-page. Yeah, there's a special 4-page kind of the end credit scene that we worked on that was supposed to go out with the Advocator, never did. And so it's going in the back of that book. It's the first time you'll be able to see it is going to be in that book. Plus, there's going to be a whole bunch of extra content like, hey, this is what was going, like, here's how I designed this character. Here's how the story developed and stuff like that. Insider stuff, like that you don't get to share inside a comic. So a bunch of extra stuff. Our goal is like $5,000 for that. If we hit $8,000, what we're going to do is we're going to add 12 more pages to make it 140 pages instead of 124. So I'll be running that one for 42 days. So it starts on a Tuesday, ends on a Thursday. So this next Tuesday at 5 p.m., we're dropping that one. So it's going to be a marathon there too. So, and while I'm running that, we'll be doing fulfillment for Voodoo Nations, which is it. I'm serious. It's a really well written book. Travis did a great job writing this book. It's going to be a real pleasure for people to read.
So are you saying no rest for the not so wicked? Is that what you're saying, Luke?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. I'll sleep when I'm dead.
There you go.
That's the way it is with those, man.
Yeah. I keep hearing this. It just doesn't compute. I keep hearing Travis and good in the same sentence, and I just can't.
Oh, gosh,
my mind's. I just can't.
Come on, he's not even here to defend himself. I'm telling
That's
you.
even better. Even better. I can talk all the smack I want, and he's not here to defend himself. I love talking. Hey, Travis knows that everything out of my cold little heart is said with malice and animosity and pettiness. So my cold little icebox. Now, having said that, guys, Indie Vote Radio has a question for all of you, and it is: if you've ever had a product stolen from your table, and if so, what do you do about it?
Flyers.
Yeah, I had flyers stolen. I never understood that. Someone came and stole a bunch of flyers. Kat, you ever had anything stolen? I know you don't table, but you have gone to some shows and gave away stuff. So,
no, can't think of anything. I mean, the only table I did was that one show down in wherever the hell it was, down by you, or over by you, and I don't know. There wasn't anything really to steal. It's candy out of a bowl.
How about you, Mr. Hunter? You got anything stolen from table?
No, there were some days at cons I couldn't even give away the stuff, So, yeah. So those were hard days. But since I've taken on valuing myself as an artist now, and not doing things for free or cheap anymore, like everyone wants you to, no one still decided to steal anything. So nope.
Cool. I'm glad no one's stolen from you. How about you, Michael? Has someone taken themselves a free comic, helped themselves to some of that vigilance? He's taking a sip of water. You have to let us have it. You're muted.
You're on. Yeah, there you go.
Anger.
Somebody stole one of my damn action figures, man, and I never found out.
Oh, he's still, man. You can tell. Listen, I'm telling you guys something. When a black man speaks very quick and his pace act and his tone actually goes up, like like if I say like this motherfucker, like I'm pissed. But if I say this motherfucker, I am.
Then you're on helium.
If I go full soprano, there's about to be a fight. So somebody stole the action figure.
Yeah, I had 2 custom Hot Shot figures made. They were just repaints over other ones, and I got his head sculpted. But there's one where I had it was what toy was it? It might have been a Spider-Man figure. Yeah, it was. It was actually an old Spider-Man 2 figure where the mask actually comes off of Toby. So I had that mask painted like a Hot Shot mask, and I had a regular sculpt of Hot Shot with his mask off, and I had one with the full costume on. And somebody stole one of those figures from me, and I've never, like, that's the only time out of my whole time of going to a comic convention somebody actually took something off my table.
Wow. That sucks. Kid.
Sadly, this this story came from like way back before I was physically at tables, but I was doing I was at a convention doing some interview work with Arvell Jones at the time.
Woohoo!
And what did I actually from on the con floor because someone had set up a distraction where someone was harassing my assistant, and I pinned someone against a wall, and while they did that, someone stole my laptop out of my bag.
Oh,
That was
oh, that would be death.
Yeah, see,
I got so lucky because I had just recently bought an external hard drive. I was didn't have much money at the time. The only money I had was because I edited the first promotional video for Grand Rapids Comic Con like way back year one.
Yay!
And although I had to do the entire edit from scratch in like 3 days when originally it took 3 weeks, I also didn't burn that giant bridge by losing that computer because they had the files. So
that's I am glad that they they didn't get away with everything, but you got your files. And we had a question there from from writing comics that should you be sad if nothing is stolen? Yeah, that kind of sucks if nothing was stolen. Randy, who was quiet in the chat, has had original art stolen.
I'm just being quiet.
Yeah. Someone stole some artwork from him.
I did a sketch of Rick as from Rick and Morty as a bubble guppy on my sketch pad, and for some reason somebody took a liking to it. It just disappeared off.
I just don't get people, man. There's just
stealing is like I remember telling a guy once that my book was 3. He said that was $3. He thought I said free and grabbed one and kept moving. I'm like, but so that taught me to say the book is $5 now. That made all my books go up. That was that's how mine happened. Luke, did you lose anything?
No, but I mean, some people would say my deals are so good, it's like they're stealing from me. So, I'm sorry, I had to throw in the dad joke. My bad. But,
Chuck, you got
only my dignity. That's it.
Only your dignity.
And there wasn't a lot of that left, so it was
Are
fine.
you sure you didn't just give that away?
I could have. I was drunk.
The one thing I'm surprised never got stolen from me is before I had a bunch of books to fill my table with, I wanted to fill it with something, so I just would honest to God, just like take my Batman collectibles and just set them up on my table. So I had a box for a 1989 Batmobile tool and die kit, which I still have, and I have the original Batman the Animated Series soundtrack, the opening track on a vinyl, where the vinyl itself is actually cut to the shape of a bat signal. So it's like the size of a full record, but it only plays as a smaller, so that you don't have to worry about the cuts. Yeah. But I have taken it to many a convention, and many a person has tried to buy it off me. I'm like, no, it was like a one-off promotion. Like, I couldn't replace it.
I got a couple of records like that were, in cereal boxes. They're like on a little piece of, plastic and the actual whole albums, which is pretty cool. I do want to take time to also mention if you're not subscribed on YouTube to Indie Vote, you definitely want to get subscribed. Our good friends at Caesar are sending us a scanner. We have one to do reviews of comics, but they are sending us one. I'm going to play the video real quick. Sorry, I got to do it, guys. It's part of sponsorship. I got to do it. Here we go. Here's the video for the Shine Ultra.
Last year, we created the Caesar Aura Scanner, our second campaign on Indiegogo, and you loved it. We created a community of over 20,000 backers and 150,000 users around the world. And we scanned. Now we're back with a scanner like you've never seen before. This is the Caesar Shine Ultra. Our new super portable, adjustable scanner with our most advanced tech yet. With 13 full-size megapixels and 340 DPI, which means you get superior quality scans every time. The Caesar Shine Ultra features the patented curve flatten technology, which means you can scan anything, and it will give you absolutely flat scans, with colors that are more vivid than ever before. But where the Caesar Shine really shines is how it makes scanning simple. It's completely powered by your laptop, so no extra cables needed. It recognizes more than 180 languages. It's super fast, whether you need to scan one document or 100, with the blazing speed of scanning one page each second. And it's super portable. Carry it with you in your backpack and you have the power to scan on the go anywhere. And the Caesar Shine is also capable of recording video while scanning, so you can use it in your presentations. And the adjustable height ensures that you catch the smallest detail. We've worked hard on perfecting the most portable and advanced scanner yet. Back us and be the first to enjoy the Caesar Shine Ultra.
And all you have to do to pick up one of those scanners is like you subscribe to us on YouTube. And in October, we're going to be taking all the names of everybody who subscribed, throwing them in a randomizer. And right now, we're going to pick the winner who gets that scanner. We got one, and then
all right
for reviews. I did see some puzzled faces.
Do we know the cost of that thing?
Yeah, the Shine Ultra.
$150, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was $150 is the price for the official price. It is on crowdfunding right now. They made quite a few. They made quite a bit of money. Yeah, $150 to get you one, US. But if you want for free, all you gotta do is subscribe to Indie Vote here on YouTube, and then on October 1st, I'm gonna do a special stream where we're gonna take all the names and throw them into a randomizer here live and pick who's going to win. And if you you just want one anyway, hop over to Indiegogo. I think they're still in demand, and pick one of those bad boys up with that curve fighting technology, and then you can join me in my new promotion, Ahoy Comics. Like Randy said, we'll be scanning everyone's books and releasing them free on the internet for everybody. No, that was one of the concerns of me and Randy first seeing the device. But the folks at Caesar reached out to us, and they were like, "Hey, that's not what we want people to do. We want people to be able to scan their art and scan products." There are concerns though. I see concerned faces.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to getting the scanner because I want to do a collection of some of the stuff I did back in the 80s. So
real quick,
I would love to have that.
JM, I just found out that you have to get out of here. Where can people find you at, sir?
JM_INDY for indie. The other kind of indie _ Hunter on Instagram, or the Art of JM Hunter on Facebook, and then I think pretty much your local. Oh, SoulCon's coming up. I'll be doing SoulCon, which is one of the reasons why I have to get out here early. That's coming up in September, but we're going to have a social distance of gallery show. I have a show opening up this Friday here in Columbus. And then I think we got Mecca coming up as well. So there's a few online conventions that I'll be a part of. So I'll be around and in the comment section.
JM, do you have any plans on being at the Grand Rapids Con in November?
Is that virtual as well?
No, it's not.
Not yet. Con. Nope, still physical.
Not yet. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Then I did not have any plans on being there, physically, but yeah. So.
Because I really liked your BAM book there, the big thick paperback book. It looked awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Because I came out to Michigan a couple times, and we did the slow versions of some of those shows, if I remember correctly. But
you did some work for Eric Cockrell's blister that I just love, and I just wanted to give you a shout out while we were on a show together and tell you, man, that was a killer piece. Thank you, man. That was sweet.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, the blue one for the Kickstarter, and then I did the
Yeah,
back of his
dude.
blister. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that world you all created, by the way. For the one with the blue, that's why I wanted to draw that character so much, because I really dig that comic, that whole story. So
he's doing
not
good.
even go to
He's
Netflix
actually,
for that.
Yeah, right. He's setting up an omnibus that we're working on right now, and so it looks like it's going to be badass from the stories I've seen so far.
Yeah, Blister's awesome.
I hope you put that piece in there. So,
JM, of course, you're welcome to come back on anytime. Geekgasm, and Evo Live, any of those other shows that we have. Welcome to even come back to Art of War and draw sometimes. So, you stay safe.
I like those challenges. I might have to come and try and test my metal. So.
All right, no problem. And like I said, PayPal cleared. So I stand by my comments from earlier.
Your poke at Victor.
Yeah, I stand by my comments from earlier. So,
all right, man. See y'all later.
Take care, JM.
You too. Thanks.
Mr. Watts seems to need to go too.
Yeah, Mr. Watson has to get out of here as well. I personally think that they're trying to get out of here because Victor's pissed. He's we are over our time. But yeah, go ahead, Mike. Where can they find you at, sir?
You can find me at shortfusemediagroup.com. You get all my comics on there, and you can find me on social media as Most Epic Arts on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever the hell else you kiddos are communicating on through some cute and technological way.
And you can also find Mike. He has a couple shows on YouTube. He has his he has a show he draws, and you can come in there and you can pick on him. He's which is what I would do if I were there.
I've been picked on before. I've been ambushed and hit with questions about my book. Danny J. Quick went investigating and had all these ridiculous questions of theories and stuff that he had.
Danny's always out there causing trouble. Thank you for stopping by, Mike. I will make sure. I will look and see which account that is that I'm friends with and not friends with.
Yeah, I don't even use that other account. So like it's the one where I'm always yelling on the internet. That's my account. So thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's been a blast hanging out with all you kiddos and talking comics and stuff.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
All right, later.
And now for Indie Radio, and we got up to 74,000. We're gonna wrap it up, but I do want to ask you guys a question. And this is from Karen, and so that might not really be running. Yeah, hello, Karen. But Karen wants to know when we go back to having Comic-Cons, are you gonna not feel safe masking up? Who's not ready to go back to having cons? Anybody on the panel? Kat?
It's tricky. I'm just trusting the information of what we got in front of us. I just don't. They're seeing different people talking about it at different levels of impact, where like even past COVID, the days of there is a legit chance that the days of like the Coliseum cons might be numbered. It's definitely a thing of just like, it is going to be different no matter what form it takes out of this. I think people, as far as what they're comfortable going to, is going to come in levels. There may be people that are comfortable going to a comic the size of C4, but not necessarily one the size of C2E2. I think that for me personally, as much as I would love to get back in there, at the same point, I know that my level in this industry is not one where financially my success or my desire in this industry is so determined based on what I'm selling at a show. I miss the shows, I miss the people, I miss all of it, but I am also appreciating this time I've got now where I am like in the trenches and writing projects that like I would never have had the time to write any other time. Like I haven't talked about it publicly, but one of the books I'm doing now, I've been telling myself for years I was going to do, is the next of my review novel series called Saturday Morning Fever: The History of Toonami, where I am reviewing every single damn show that ever aired on the Toonami lineup, and I would never have time to do that without quarantine.
Right. Yeah, the quarantine has given us all opportunity to kind of go out there and do things that we normally wouldn't have done. And I think that that's one of the good things that's come out of it. You're going to see a lot of influx of new products when things start to open back up. But I'm in no rush. I don't want to run back out. I don't want to run out there, start opening up shows, and then lose them all. And that would be to me like really tragic.
Absolutely.
And Chuck, being the elder statesman of comics, I know that you are extremely like at risk, due to your advanced age of
really now?
of COVID. No, but you're not.
He says with Randy in the fucking room.
You are at risk of getting COVID. I can't see Randy's face. I can't see
fair enough. All right, yeah.
I can't see Randy.
I'm the only one here with gray, so yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, the headphones cover it well. Let me just say.
I can't see Randy turn red and get pissed like yeah, because Randy would but I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't. I'm okay with Comic Cons. Maybe taking, I don't want to see any Comic Cons close or go under.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want them to take as much time as they need to make sure people are safe.
Whenever I went to now, see, the thing is that I find actually for us being behind the tables, we're actually kind of in a better spot than the fans. Like, we're a little more protected anyways. You already have that social distancing happening.
To an extent,
I always bring with me a big old fuck you germ bottle of hand sanitizer. So anytime I shake a hand or fist bump, it's, right to that. I mean, really all I would do is I'd throw on a mask and I'd say, go. The real people that need to be worried are the fans who might get too close to one another. So honestly, if someone were to say like, hey, we got a small con going on, or like a library show, a store show, I'd go. I really fucking miss it. I would just be super smart about it. I would, try to keep my distance, tell people it's, throw the cash on the table. I'll pick it up. We'll go from there. But yeah, just play it smart.
Totally agree with you, Chuck.
I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm slightly hyper paranoid. I think part of it is because I have a kid, so I go back to college in like 2 weeks. I'm like emergency mask buying for the kid.
I'll take it.
But I mean, I can see where Chuck's coming from. Definitely, on that side. Maybe I guess because I'm not usually on that side of the table.
Mm-hmm.
I just think of the sheer number of people, even at a smaller con, that I'm coming in contact with and talking. And again, this might be my slight paranoia speaking. I think about how many people might touch the books on a table in a day, and then I'm reaching down and touching the same books. It's kind of like door handles and things that you don't think about.
Yeah. Well, we did a. Go ahead, Chuck.
Just being an extrovert and being stuck in here since March.
Oh my god.
You were right.
And no, you're way more extroverted than I am.
Yeah, speaking my language.
It's funny because my family, we don't talk on the phone very often, and then I have talked to my mom like almost every week. Like I'll call her every week. I'm like, hey mom, and she's like, what do you want? I'm like, I miss humans. And you're awake late at night. You're a nurse. You have nothing else to do but talk to me. She's like, okay, go ahead. What do you want to bitch about? Yes. So.
I think I'm definitely more introverted than Chuck is. I think most people are more introverted than Chuck is. But I do get that. I've had shows, that have ended up canceling. We've all had shows that end up canceling, obviously. But
yeah.
And then I'm like, oh man, I'm now not going to see so and so, and I'm not going to be able to talk to whoever. And I miss people. I mean, I was at Varian and Lola's places last weekend for their son's birthday party, and I came home and I said, my first realization was that I have not been around people for a long time. And I actually said to my youngest who had gone with me, I said, I forgot how much energy that takes. Like, I'm tired. I'm
Man,
I'm
it's-
I'm not I'm out of shape for socialization now because I've been so just me.
Yeah, that's a good point. You guys,
I need to get back out there and exercise a little bit with the socialization.
I recently, I need to physically exercise. Exercise more has been my problem.
Well,
socially.
that that too. I mean, walking floors at conventions takes a certain amount of.
You guys mentioned people wanting
Man.
to be socially distanced from creators, and there is no creator this side of the Mississippi that I'd rather be more socially distant from than the gentleman who co-wrote this book, Voodoo Nations. But anyway,
Please stop picking on poor Travis.
I can't stop picking on poor Travis. It's what he deserves. I didn't get a chance to bring it up
He
earlier.
wrote it.
I apologize, Luke. So I want
He
to
wrote it, man. He wrote it.
But
he don't write anything.
I'm not giving him credit. I'm pretty sure there's a ghostwriter. There's somebody here. I believe Chuck co-wrote it. Something.
It was me. I admit it.
Chuck has something to do with this book. I can tell.
It's always Chuck.
So a couple of weeks ago, we did a event at a comic shop, and Travis was there. And then in a couple months, like here in September, actually a couple weeks from now, we're going to do another one there. And it was nice to be out in front of people again. And as long as people are smart, like we even set up, I on my table, I set up like those little QR codes where you can pay with scanning. So we had complete like contactless stuff. And so as long as you're smart, I think you can do small stuff. But man, it's so great to get out in front of fans and talk about this stuff. And so I'm looking forward to that in a few weeks.
I think people are going to have to be patient. They're going to have to be creative. They're going to have to be flexible. Yeah. It's just, it can be done. It's just, I think people have to get over the hurdle of expecting this like light switch where everything goes back to the way it was before on the convention circuit. And it's just not going to happen. It is a adapt to survive situation. And there are some of these conventions, not that I'm trying to pick fights with anybody, but there are definitely people who like their way of running conventions is like the way of the dinosaurs that are going to get eaten alive when they aren't able to adapt the way that they need to stay alive in this brave new world we're going to be coming out of when we open up the vaults.
Yeah, got to be able to pivot.
It's funny. This book, Voodoo Nations, Travis and I are very tight, and we tend to throw each other's stories by each other. Like we have a very similar idea of storytelling. And he has one guy, Jerome, that is on everything he does. And him and Jerome were talking the other day, and Jerome said, so what does Chuck think about the book? Like, I really want to know. And he goes, oh, Chuck hasn't read it. What the hell do you mean Chuck hasn't read it? He goes, yeah, no, I feel really good about this one. I want Chuck to finally have one thing of mine that he reads as a fan. And he's like, oh, okay. So he even offered to get me a digital when it was done. He said, I'll send you a digital as soon as it's done. I was like, no. I've waited this long. I'm going to wait to sit down and read the physical like a normal fucking person. So I'm super excited for this. I mean, obviously, Luke's work is fucking killer. Those pieces that he's been doing for that, like Bishop Lucas is such an interesting character and he pops so well. So I'm very excited about this. I jumped on this day one. It's going to be a great book.
It is a great book.
Yeah, it's 58 hours up to go. $4,653. 233 backers. That's impressive, guys. Voodoo Nations. I am one of those backers.
Me too.
Absolutely.
And it you know what's funny is that when I first seen it, I didn't know Luke was on it, but it looks pretty good. I know there's a crossover cover.
What was that supposed to mean?
It looks all right, Luke.
I can't believe Luke learned how to draw for this book.
Yeah. Luke's been phoning it in.
Did you take one of those like easy to draw in 3 steps classes?
I did. Like I don't know, man. Like this book got to me. I got possessed or something.
Which is very well.
The power of the voodoo.
At least you could do your own Instagrams, your own exorcisms. Christ, I can't speak tonight.
Yep.
Also, any vote investigates as well. No, I won't say that. I'll keep my mouth shut. But I want to thank you guys for all coming on. Let's try to get this book, Voodoo Nations, over
that $5,000
mark. You got 58 hours to go, guys. That's a little more than 2 days, but
That's
I think we can do
Voodoo Nations on Kickstarter.
On
Yep, Kickstarter issue 1. You guys go over there, check it out. I will put a link in the description of the video below. You guys can check that out. I'm gonna let you folks tell us where we can find you at, so we can get out of here.
I want to know what Chuck was just manhandling.
Oh, I just put my book away. No big deal.
Nah, we will start with Kat. She tells where they can find her at online.
What?
Where they can find you online.
Oh, find me. I thought you said find somebody else. I was like, I don't know where these people are at. You can find me at catscratchpress.com. All of my social media links are there. But if you just don't want to do that, you can find me on Facebook under Katrina Rote or Instagram under Life with Katie.
And Mr. Ken Johnson.
All right. If you guys want to track down my work on my Facebook page, facebook.com/deadmaninc, you're going to be able to find a link that contains digital copies of all of my projects, Man Who Watched Batman Volume 1 through 5, 2 issues of Corpse Corp, and The Trials of Beatrice on there for you to read. Let me know what you think of them. Love to hear what everyone thinks if you decide to enjoy those, getting you through these quarantine times. And on my Facebook page, my YouTube page, both /Deadman Inc., you're very soon going to be seeing some upcoming previews of my upcoming book, Saturday Morning Fever, where I'm going to be releasing the individual chapters, reviewing the entirety of the original Toonami era run. That book is set to release sometime next year, and I'm really excited for it. But yeah, that's where you can find me. And for the, once again, thank you guys for having me on.
No problem. And Chuck, real quick, what book were you putting away? I didn't get to see it.
Oh, this is my book, Belial.
Wait, did we cover that, didn't we? We didn't skip over you, did we?
Oh, we did. No, not tonight.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. But it's funny because when I seen the cover to Belial, I freaked out for a second. I said, "Holy shit!" I said, "Holy shit!" He's gonna get so pissed at me because I got a book about a little demon named Rusty.
Oh, that's cool.
And he owns a bar called Mr. Rusty's. And I said, "Holy shit!" I said, "Oh, they're gonna think I straight up ripped him off."
No.
And let me see here. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it here. But,
there's room for 2 demons. It's okay.
There is room for 2 demons.
It's zoned for that.
And however, I will say this: I understand that you're not supposed to say that name, or you'll conjure a spirit. But then again, there's people with that name. So I don't get it. What's your book about?
Belial is about the original creator of Hell, Belial.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Lucifer got sent down, he ended up taking it over. And so now, after millennia of being a has-been, he's decided, fuck this, I'm taking my powers back, I'm taking my world back. And so he has to fight his way through the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse and Lucifer in order to take back Hell. It's an action comedy romp.
Yeah, see, mine is nothing like that, so that imaginative. But he is a little demon, and I'm trying to find the first cover because mine is a webtoon series. It's not a book because I wanted to get something on webtoon, and I had that story, and I'm like, you know what, I can draw and just put it up, and that'll be cool. But right now I can't find it, so I'll send it to you later, and we can laugh. Yeah, where can you get your book at, Chuck?
You can find it at either facebook.com/Belial Comic. You can go to Bonfire Press on Facebook, and you can find it. And actually, while I have a second, I really wanted to talk about 3 comics real quick that I would love for you guys to check out. They're about to close up on Kickstarter. If you can check out Tales from Nocturnia, issues 1 through 3, they're almost done. I love those guys, and that book is friggin' killer. I would also love for you guys to go check out Seer Nova Chronicles, issues 1 and 2 on Kickstarter right now. And I would love for you guys to go check out, Stellar Odyssey on Kickstarter right now. They're already talking about Voodoo Nation. But Voodoo Nation's fucking awesome too. So do that one as well. But those were 3 books that they're heading towards their end, and I would love to see all the 3 of those do amazing. So, and also I want my fucking stretch goals, like whatever. So
Put
but
Bilal
you
back
can
up.
find me. You can find me on Facebook, Chuck Pineau. You can find me on Instagram, the same name. You can find me on Twitter at Chucky Pin, and you can find my Chuck's Raw reviews on YouTube. And you can find Essence House on fucking Indie Bolt Radio.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
Put
And
Bilal back up real quick.
Show us Belial.
Yeah.
Show us the book. Show us the book.
Hold it. Okay. Now.
All right.
He's got-
Belial is Kick-Ass, done by
Right.
Chuck
Now
and
look at
Sean.
look at the Mr. Rusty's cover. Wait.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
That's suspicious. I think we need to launch an investigation into that.
Yeah.
And it's both imps. Oh, I love that. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was going into this with like a 3-way show off of the Hell comics, and my tone seems just a little bit different than the other two on display.
Hey, don't feel bad. When I was doing shows to my book launch, I write a book of children's stories, and I'm here on shows, very adult books. Going, this is the episode of Sesame Street where they show you which one of these doesn't belong. It's like,
of course, you guys all out there. We're gonna ask Luke Stone where he can be found, and then we're gonna move to Mr. Randy Zimmerman, who's showing that hot stuff book out. There, right?
Hot stuff. Man, that's
wow,
some hot stuff.
I haven't seen that in forever.
Look at him. Look at him.
It's the original imp.
Yeah.
There's my.
Oh, wait,
That's the official farting.
We all got
Oh.
demons. I think we all got demons. That's the theme of this year. That's the theme of this year, isn't it, demons? So yeah, you can find me at lukestonestudios.com. Go there. You can find me on social media. Sign up for mailing list, and you can also find me at terraformcomics.com. Well, not really me. Find a lot of stuff that I'm involved with over there. Be sure to go there, sign up for the mailing list. We got a lot of really cool stuff going on at terraformcomics.com.
Awesome.
I was supposed to say I don't. I'm not on screen, so you can't see my picture. I don't have demons, but I have a gnome.
I'm suing.
He's cute.
Suing. Last Call Comics has a gnome. He's too close to that. No one else is doing comics and gnomes before me. That's a lawsuit, Cat. You'll be hearing from my expensive attorney. He has 3 last names that sound like first names, so it's expensive. Mr. Zimmerman, where can they find you at, sir?
You can find me here tomorrow morning on Indie Volt Radio doing the breakfast buzz at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find me at the regular Indie Volt podcast at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays. And you can also find me on Facebook and Twitter. I Twitter under Randy Zim, Facebook under Randy Zimmerman. And you can find me on the Zim Geek channel on YouTube, ZIMMGEEK. And there should be a new video up there shortly.
Awesome.
So I'm almost done with it.
You've been going to work on it. Okay.
I have been working on it.
It is incoming then. It is
incoming. Yeah, hopefully we'll be more regular on that channel. I've missed a lot of opportunities to say a lot of soapboxy things, especially lately in the comic news.
Yeah. Check us out on Indie Volt Radio right now. Final number tonight is 60. Oh, sorry, no. I messed up. Okay, let me see. Go back. Okay, I hit reload. There we go. Final number tonight. Yep, 72,841 people listening.
I love them all. Where are they from?
Right now we got Mother Russia. we have the UK. We also have our good friends in Ireland checking in. We haven't seen them in a couple weeks. Awesome. They're checking in. Thank you. And I almost said the Netherworld. Netherlands.
I mean, you never know if people from hell are listening to us. We're giving them a lot of screen time tonight. We got 3 different Netherworld comics.
Yeah, they could be listening in. And so, guys, if you want to join that number of people listening in, it's easy to do. Indie Volt Radio on Alexa or Google Play. If you have an iOS phone, download the streaming app. There's a couple different radio apps you can get on iOS and type in Indie Volt Radio, and you'll find us there. And it's completely free. It's a free app, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Music, comic, entertainment, news. It's just a really cool station.
More stuff coming soon.
Yeah, a lot of stuff coming soon. Lola's actually been curating a lot of stuff on there lately. So and Essence House, like we said, is on there. He's
You totally want to listen to Essence House.
yeah, Essence House, Broke Money Hustle. There's just so many different things up there you guys can listen to, and it's all independent comics based, or it's made by people who make these books. So
yep.
Also IndieVolt TV as on Roku. It is free. It's an over-the-top streaming service from us here at IndieVolt. Got a lot of movies on there, documentaries, some original content coming very soon. We'll be announcing something very soon, probably a little bit closer to the end of this month. I'm going to be announcing that we're going to have one documentary on the network that I can't wait to announce and have in the can and filmed. It would have been out already, but what's going on? I couldn't do it. So we are looking forward to that. But you can download IndieVolt TV today. Check out the movies we got. We got movies from independent directors, some independent wrestling matches, some stuff, some exclusive IndieVolt stuff, IndieVolt Lives with some exclusive content that we don't put on YouTube. You can check out there. And that's it for us tonight. This has been Geekgasm, and make sure you get over there. You want to back Voodoo Nations as well as the rest of these fine books that we got out here tonight. And Spike, this is catch you. I love the show.
Yay!
Always.
Yay!
See you soon, everyone. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. I'll be back tomorrow morning with Randy. And that's it. I will see everyone later. Good night.
Tomorrow.